Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jumps. This is going to be a different kind of video, and it's going to be me infiltrating the server to figure out this Caitlyn person. So I have a friend of mine. He told me about how this Caitlyn person likes to fuck animatronics, and that she has like the mind of an 8-year-old. Actually, let me read. Let me read exactly what he said. He said, "You want a VR chat advocator to target grown woman who sexualizes human versions of FNAF characters and claims she's only mentally 13. She says NSFWs with minors too are at least suggestive content, and I can get you into her Discord server." So right now, I'm gonna ask if I can have an interview with her because I'm a huge fan, and then I'm gonna ask some questions about like what she's into and shit. Okay, so yeah. Hi, I have oh shit, I can't type. Came into the server hoping to interview at Caitlyn, right? Her name's Caitlyn13. Yeah, Caitlyn13 or some shit. Okay, Caitlyn. I am a big VR chat and FNAF fan, and it would be the world to me. If not on voice, it would be cool to do it in DM. So yeah, when they respond, I'll come back and continue this. So when I asked her, one of her fucking defenders was like, may I ask why you want to interview Kate? And I said, obviously, like, I just want to know the ins and outs of a VR creator as well as the things they may enjoy. Duh. They never knew it. Then the guy's like, alrighty then. All this bullshit I don't really care about. Like, Kate says, what, like, really? I'll be so down to be there for an interview. Easy slide in, baby. Let's fucking go. And she's like, is it on a VR chat or somewhere else? Because I can go right now. And then I say, in 30 minutes, I'm down. And then she, like, gets court issues, whatever. And then, we end up having an interview. And this interview is more like, some fucking, whatchamacallit. What's a big interviewer type shit? Jimmy Fallon. It's like some fucking Jimmy Fallon ass shit. And not only do I bring her, I bring the friend that, told me about her in the beginning. His name is fucking Kuma VA. I'll put his YouTube in the description below.
This is gonna be so fucking interesting.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm
Like,
just hoping she doesn't recognize me because I'm one of her ops.
does she know what you sound like?
I've spoken to her a couple of times in the past, but it's a long ass time ago.
Wait, like, did you ever roast her or anything? Like, on VR, on
Um,
VC or whatever?
Once, but like I said, it was like a year and a half ago. Well,
So, like,
I don't know if
like,
she'll remember me off that one thing.
what'd you tell her?
We'll see though. Oh man, at the time, the biggest thing was her making children avatars and low-key making them look thick.
What the fuck?
And I roasted her. Yeah, so I roasted her on that shit. No matter what, I can take you to her avatar world and show you like she be getting a little too freaky for these avatars she be making.
Bro, wait, I might have to stop streaming it then. If it's gonna be like, because of TOS.
It's not like not safe for work, but it's little things like a kid with a fat ass, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yo, hey! What's up? What's up? Pull up to the stage. We're gonna do the interview, baby!
Hello?
Hello.
Hello! Come in.
Okay.
Alright, welcome. Anywho, welcome to the podcast. This is gonna be a little interview. I'm here with my co-host. His name's Zetsu VA, and I'm the True Jumps, otherwise known as Jumps. And we're interviewing you, Caitlyn. It's a Caitlyn Girl 17. It's great to have you. It's great to have you. Okay, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good to be here.
it's great to be here. Let's get a round of applause. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, first question. Okay, so I see that like you're a big content creator in this space. Like you make a shit ton of VR skins, and like you're very obsessed with FNAF. What inspired you to become so obsessed in this space?
Well, a lot of things. Like when I first joined VR chat, I saw a lot of people were doing role plays and fun stuff with a whole bunch of like Aftons and characters. And I saw no one had like any like there was no like William or like any sort of like Afton characters or any like human characters. So I stepped on the plate and made the avatars. Originally I wasn't gonna make any humanoids, and then I made one as a test and everyone absolutely fell in love with it, and now here I am.
Well, it's awesome to hear. So like,
So
why FNAF? What inspired you to make FNAF specifically?
I just really like FNAF. It's been with me since I was about ever since the first game came out, and I've just been with it. I don't just also make FNAF games, I also make a whole bunch of other like just normal characters, some OCs, some commissions and stuff, so I don't just make FNAF.
Do you believe that like this is a way to like, you know, cope with like the strain of like the world and stuff like that? Is it a good coping mechanism? Do you believe?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun actually. So I enjoy what I do. It's very much a lot of fun. Sometimes it's very stressful because Unity can either be very, very sassy and rude to me, or it will work and I'll make an avatar and it will show up. But I just make them just for people to enjoy and have tons of fun with them.
Let's move on a little bit. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go into like I did a little research on you before this interview, and I saw that like like on your about me it says that you believe that you are like mentally a 13-year-old. Like can you elaborate on that more specifically?
Yeah, I am actually 20 years old. Legally, I am 20, but I have ADHD, so I tend to not really act my age. I've been told a lot that I don't act my age, so I like to think that I'm more mentally a 13-year-old than more of an actual 21-year-old. And
Wait,
it's very difficult sometimes, but it is what it is.
may I ask specifically why 13 versus like let's say like I'm 17 years old, mentally. You know what I mean? Why 13
Yeah.
specifically?
Well, because like I don't know why specifically 13. I just think around that age specifically,
She
I'm
was
more
such a
mentally
dumbass.
of a very like preteen, young teenager, more or like about like around that age. I'm more mentally that stable.
Okay.
Put in good work.
Do you did you notice like as you were growing up, did you notice like any patterns or triggers that could have made you like associate with that age more than the one you are?
Yeah, I'm a bit more like crazy and a bit more lunatic. So for some what people tell me. Some people tell me I'm sane, some people tell me I'm not, but they tell me a lot that I'm more of a child than an actual adult, which kind of I just started realizing that I am mentally more of a child than an adult.
It's kind of based on people like pushing onto you that you're a child more so.
Yeah,
than...
which I've been told constantly that I'm more it's most in the good way. They're like, "Hey, Caleb, you act more of a child than an adult," and I started seeing that more, and so I just have to warn people like, "Hey, I mentally act like a child just to warn you, and I'm a very lunatic and crazy, but I'm still mature around that. Like I still know what's right from wrong. I know my mistakes. I know what the fuck's going on. So, but I still actually mentally act like a child. So.
Okay, so it's more like
it's
more like how you act versus like who you are. Is that what you think, or is it like?
Yeah, it's more like how I act.
So it's more like based on actions. Okay. So like, do you believe that like?
Don't mind my trekking.
No, you're okay. Like I'm on PC, bro, so you don't have to worry about that shit. Anyway, next question. So like, does like the way you act, at least mentally, because it says that you are mentally 13. At least mentally affects like the relationships that you can have with other people. Like, how does that affect your relationships?
Yeah, cause like it's VR chat. Like I love VR chat, but I also hate it because sometimes there's people in here that I'll meet that are just plain weird. It's really great people. Like I have so many friends, so many amazing people that I have met in here, and just have grown to be like a second family to me. But people sometimes will take advantage of that a lot, which is a lot of fun for me to deal with. So it's great. Very much love when people have to deal with that.
Yeah. Do you have any examples that you would like to share? If not, that's okay too. If you have an example, that would be awesome though.
Like I have had a few times where people see that in my bio and they will come up to me and actually think that I'm actually 13. So they'll come up to me and be like, like try to hit on me and shit. And it's really, ugh, ugh. I don't like it. And sometimes I would have actual adults come up to me and try to patronize me about certain things when I just don't really understand. I'm still learning how to be an adult at this point. I don't drive yet. I don't have a job yet because mentally I'm not in that state right now to have it.
You got soft hands, brother. You got soft hands.
So it's very difficult to function as a human being.
Oh, is this due to the combination between like your mental state being 13 and your ADHD? Like, is that why? Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I was just making.
It's mostly because of my ADHD that I act like this. So.
Okay, so like, wait, sorry. One more question that I have before we like go to like the fucking nitty gritty, the fucking hard questions, You know what I mean? Okay, this is the last question. That's like relatively tame. Okay, so it says that you are like taken by you know, I guess your significant other. So how does your mentality affect your relationship? Like, is it weird for him to like be with you, considering like mentally you're 13? Like, how do you feel about that?
No. Me and him share basically the exact same brain.
So like, he also believes that he's younger than he is. He also believes that he's like younger than he is.
He is younger. He's a little bit younger than me, but we both mentally act like, more like children than actual adults. Yeah.
So like.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are relatable. I understand. And one more. My bad. I also have this one. Like, how does your mentality affect relationships with those who are younger than you? Like, let's say like teenagers and stuff like that. Because you know you could say that you relate more to them, right? So how does that influence your connections?
It's a bit weird for me to say this because I don't want to get like, I don't want people to think I'm a weird person for this, but I have a lot of people that are a lot younger that really enjoy my avatars and really just like to talk to me and stuff. So I like to be a lot nice. I like to be really nice around them. And I have a lot of friends that are like in that teenage like range, which sounds weird, but I get along with them very well. It's very good to get along with them. I have a few people that are older than me. I have a few people that are the same age as me. And I still get along with them very well. But most of the time I get along with people that are a lot younger. I don't know why. It's just I can.
It could be because of the like your like basis on mentality, right? Like the fact that you believe to you know act younger, right? I mean that you believe that you're in the same mental space as a younger teen, right? Which is
basically the same mental space as a child, as like a 13 to like 13, cool. 10-year-old and up. Like
So like, do you think at times that can blur like your decision making between like, you know, other adults and children? Like for instance, like you would treat like
yes, very much, because sometimes like I will completely sometimes I will completely forget that they're a lot younger than me.
Yeah, so like
then I'd say something absolutely stupid and I'm like, oh wait, I'm an adult, I can't say that.
Yeah, like have you ever like said something inappropriate? Wait, my bad. Something inappropriate, like by accident, like realizing, oh my god.
Yeah, like I would say it by accident, or I would do something by accident, and I realized that they're younger than me. I'm like, oh wait, shit. And then I would say sorry, like I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot that you're a lot younger than I am.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't want to come out as like a pedophile or something. Like I'm not that. I'm just I literally think that they are the exact same age as me.
It's about
because
confusion.
they literally act like me. So, yeah, a lot of miscommunication and a lot of misunderstanding that I really don't, I really don't mean it to happen. So.
Okay. So this is okay. This would be like the big question. Wait, this would be like the big question. The big cojones, right? Cojones means balls in Spanish, by the way. Big question, because okay, so I recently came across some allegations against you, and I'll read your response real quick, and then after I'm done reading the response, you can say your side of the story, and yeah, we could talk about that. Is that okay with you? If not, then that's
yes,
totally
no,
fine.
I would love to talk about it because there's a lot of allegations against me, and it's basically just a lot of miscommunication.
Okay.
Felt like in the last week people have been like dogpiling more. Like,
yeah, they've been
it's kind of like what they do to famous people in this space, where it's some person has said something, and now there's X amount of other people.
Yeah, and a lot of people are taking like things that I've done in the past and using it very hard against me. That again was not intentional. I learned that I learned my mistakes. I know I was not really. I was still kind of young at that point too.
Mm-hmm.
I was still pretty young because I started VR chat around. Well, I started avatars March 29th. That's when I started avatars, and then I was still about 17 at that time, so I was still kind of young. I was still also technically like around their age, so I'm aware about the allegations. So it's all right if you can ask me about them. I'm okay with it.
Okay. So I'm gonna read your response, and then if you want to tell me like the whole story, if you just want to tell me parts of the story, that's okay too. It's no worries. Yeah. I would just read your response because this is something I wanted to learn about because it was something that's like so fucking huge in my opinion in comparison to like everything else I saw. Hello everyone. I hope you all having a good day. I just wanted to shed some light on the allegations around me being a pedophile. First of all, some very old drawings I made. There are some drawings that I made floating around, and I will not say what, but they aren't pretty, and I hate myself for making those. However, wait, let me fucking slide the cursor. However, wait, fuck. It's like not sliding, wait, okay. However, when I made those drawings, I was 17 at the time, so I was also still technically a minor. I'll admit I shouldn't have done any of that, and looking back at it all, I was very stupid. When I started VR chat, I had no perceptions of age yet, and the amount of time people have lied to me about their age, I was always skeptical. I forget that most people that are around me are younger, and most of the time I forget how old I am. Mentally in my brain, I'm a 13-year-old child who doesn't know how to be a person, and it's very bad for me to function as an adult should. I get told all the time that I don't act my age, or you need to act more like an adult, and it's very hard for me to do that. As for some avatars, I try to make them look good for the character. People told me that I've made a very old Millie avatar for making her look like a slut in their eyes. I tried to make her look more stylized and more like a goth teenager, but some took her outfit as slutty. Secondly, you all know I love Nightmare and love my Nightmare avatar. And yes, I did make a Nightmare that does have a dick, but he is privated. When I have the avatar out, I would accidentally show the penis or forget that I have it on and then get accused of showing it to a minor, which again is by accident. Another thing to point out is the definition of a pedophile. Now I know I might sound like one, but people take the word pedophile way out of context and it needs to be. The definition of a pedophile is someone who is sexually attracted to children. I am not that type of person, nor am I a groomer. Yes, a lot of people that wear my avatars are kids. Yes, there are a lot of minors in my server, but I do take advantage of them. No. Do I show explicit shit on there? Absolutely not. I am getting to the point of the acquisitions of retirement all because of misunderstandings and miscommunication. If you want to call me a pedophile for something I didn't intend to do, or something I didn't mean to do, then go ahead. But making my life a living hell because of misunderstandings is not okay. To those who believe those rumors, believe them. To those who support me, I praise you. You all are amazing people, and I'm very sorry for all this, for all the pain that I've caused you to have. P.S. Very sorry to CC, Jen, and all the random humor group. If I had caused you any pain or misjudgment, I do not very much apologize for everything I've done. And to CC, very sorry for what I did, but attacking me like that, it was not called for. And yes, I'll admit the scrap baby design did originally come off of CC Afton, not mine. So I do credit you for it. I'll still credit you to the best I can and redo the design completely. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all so much for supporting me. Okay, so that was the entirety of the whatchamacallit, the response that you said. So may I ask, what were some of the allegations given towards you and why?
Okay,
If you'd
so
like to
the first
add on
part
that.
of that with the pictures was that when I started VR chat, I had about a few friends, and I was always constant. I have lost trust issues because of VR chat, and people would always all the time lie to me about their age. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm 27. Oh, I'm 13. I'm 15 years old," and I kind of lost like who people are. Like, I don't know your age unless you tell me your actual age, then I will believe you. But how many times I have been lied to with people ages, like, it was very difficult to know if someone tells me that their age is this age. I usually try to ask them when their birthday is, but that usually is too personal. So I can't really, like, there's nothing I can do about that. But like when I was 17, that's when I was starting to get used to VR chat. I was still trying to get used to people's ages, still trying to get used to that people were a lot younger than me. And I will admit I did make some very disgusting looking shit. But yet again, I did get permission from those people that asked them. And looking back on that, I should not have done that in the first place, because that was disgusting, because I was a gross fucking person as a child. But I never intended for that shit to, like, make it look like pedophile. Like again, I was 17 and I was still young. So those pictures were they were ugly. I did not like them. And I truly tried to forget about them. And it looks like the people that I did them for looked like they also forgot about them and kind of just leave it alone. So that is what that means for the.
Okay, wait. Can I cut you off for a second? I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, sure,
if you want to say it, you don't have to say it. Like, what were those pictures of? Like, if you want to say it, if you're uncomfortable, then that's fine too.
I'd rather not say I'd rather not think about them because they were
they're just like just bad pictures. Ill. Yeah, I understand. Don't worry about it.
Just bad pictures. They make me feel ill.
Yeah, and then
if I could get those old pictures again and delete them from every existence, I would. I would very much love to go back in time and just slap myself in the face, be like, "Don't do that. That is gross." But I can't. And also the pictures that that phone is on is at the bottom of a fucking river, because I dropped my phone in the Delaware River. Don't ask. So yeah, I have a lot of avatars, including avatars from when I first started. So, and I choose a lot of my favorites. My absolute favorite one of all time is my humanoid nightmare avatar from FNAF 4. He is my absolute favorite character, and I love him to death. So,
wait, one question.
I love the character, and I put a lot of love.
Wait, this. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah. Would you hit that avatar? It's a joke. Would you smash?
You know what's really funny is that I have a lot of people that specifically simp and go absolutely crazy for that one specific avatar.
Now you have to show me.
No idea why. Like, hold on.
Now you have to show me. Yeah, you have to show us.
Okay, he's a very tall boy, but
it's fucking huge. Goddamn.
That's what he looks like.
Shit.
Yeah, let me size him down a bit.
I mean, shit. Like, fuck.
So
I'm literally at dick level, so it makes sense.
He's a very strong-looking man. And this was the avatar. Everyone goes absolutely apeshit for this avatar. I don't know why, but I just like how he looks. This is one of my favorite avatars. But people were very. So, this avatar, usually every single character in FNAF, most of them are possessed by a child, or like have a child's soul like, in them. The nightmares in FNAF 4, they're just hallucinations. They're literally called nightmares. They are a part of a child's mind, yes, but they are hallucinations. They are not really there. So they're not really. So yeah, yes, I did actually make an avatar that is privated. No other person can get it. Only I can. That did have a penis, but I never used it. I never used it for anything. It was just there for a joke. And
Okay.
sometimes I would have a toggle out, like say I would have I don't know, I'd have a plush out, like a plushie. Say this was the penis. I wouldn't know it's out. I would not know it's out because because I'm looking in this direction. I would not know it's out until I look down or someone mentions it, and then I get the finger. I get someone pointing their finger at me, calling me a pedophile because I accidentally had that toggle out.
Oh, I understand.
So, yeah, and it's very frustrating when people use that because there's a whole bunch of people are using that screenshot where I'm sitting down, I have the penis out, but I don't even realize that it's out until someone tells me. Until someone tells me like, "Hey, you have the penis out," and I'll be like, "Oh shit," and I'll put it away. Like I wouldn't know.
I have a question in regards.
What's up?
He's like the researcher. He's got all the factual. He's done all the evidence. I'm kind of the ear to the ground. I've been going around and asking people various questions over time, and the thing that I hear a lot is that in private instances, you like to chase people around with the characters they simp for.
I wouldn't really chase them around. I just kind of mess with them. I wouldn't really do anything inappropriate. I just kind of mess with the people. Like, I have a lot of people that simp for that specific avatar I was just in. And I just kind of, like, mess with them. I just kind of poke fun at them. I wouldn't really say anything or do anything inappropriate. I would just poke fun at them. But I never seen anyone where, if someone told me, no one has ever told me that they were uncomfortable by it. I had no one ever tell me that, be like, "Hey, could you not do that? I'm uncomfortable." And if they tell me that, I would stop immediately. But no one has ever told me that, and then again, I get the finger pointed at it, which again, all of it is not intentional, because I like to be informed about shit. Like, I'd rather have people inform me that if this is uncomfortable for them, I will stop. I will not do it anymore. I stop right then and there. But if you don't tell me, I'm going to keep doing it. And then it's going to make you more uncomfortable. That's the problem that I'm usually facing with people, is that I do something that makes them uncomfortable, and then they just kind of point the finger at me. And then
So the whole situation is basically like, you have this avatar, the avatar is a fucking dick, and then you accidentally like let the dick out, and then everyone like sees that shit, right?
Yeah,
that's basically
I accidentally let it out. Like, I don't really mean to do it. It's not intentional until someone tells me that they are uncomfortable or something. But if you don't inform me, I'm never gonna know.
Wait, so like...
So a lot of this is just very much miscommunication and people taking stuff very much out of context.
Okay. So you never showed like any interest to a person who is below the age of 18? Like, that's like your whole shit?
No, I will never ever show interest in people below the age of 18. I will never do anything inappropriate to them unless they tell me that they feel uncomfortable. Like, I will not even do it to them if they tell me that they are below a big age.
Okay, so like so you're saying like you would never like do that kind of thing in the first place. So like you're basically just clearing the air, saying, I never did this shit, right?
Yeah, just clearing the air.
Which is great.
Making sure people know that I really don't mean any of this. It's it's not really intentional, and I rather be informed that if I'm doing something that they need to tell me to stop. So basically what most of it is.
So even though like your mindset is that like equating to like a younger teen, you still don't feel any physical attraction to those who are teenagers, right?
No, I never felt I've met a lot of gross people on VR chat, but every time I've never had any sexual or a relationship attraction to younger people, because that stuff just disgusts me.
Okay, cool.
Just people just taking a lot of stuff out of context.
Okay. Yeah, like, yeah, that's awesome that you're able to clear the air. And Zetsu, you have any other questions before we wrap this shit up?
The only other thing I think really that I see a lot complaint-wise from like people discussing the Caitlyn girl situation is the situation on the bodies of the children. I don't know if anyone's ever came at you directly for that.
Yes. So
Yeah.
the thing with Viroid is that you get two models, a male and a female. For the children, any child avatars that I make, they will automatically have breast, and there's nothing I can do but make them smaller to make them look like a child.
Right.
Which again, that I have no control over. I try to make my avatars look more canonly, and not more canonly, but more child. When it comes to a child, like I try to make it look like a child. But the thing with Fearoid is that it does have its limits. So say if I make the breast too small, the breast will kind of invert outwards and it looks really ugly. So, and there's really not much I can do with that. So anytime someone says, oh, why does this child have breasts? Because it's Vroid, there's really not much I can do unless I go into Blender and kind of like smooth that out, but it's still gonna look like it has breast. Which, again, I don't mean to do. It's just
Have
Vroid.
you ever
It's
considered
just
disregarding the children because that's making them pragmatic? Like,
not really, because I don't like deleting or privating avatars because people use my avatar so much that because if I privated say one popular avatar, then it's gonna stay privated for everyone, including the people that actually like the avatar, which I really hate doing. And for the allegations with one of my one of my avatars, which is my scrap baby, I technically did not make the design. Someone else did, and I forgot to give credit.
Okay.
And I really don't want to get into deep with the whole CC Afton sort of situation because if they're gonna watch this, I don't want them coming after me again because I'm getting attacked a lot just for everything that's going on. But I'm hoping that this will kind of like let people know that I'm aware of everything. I'm very self-aware. That's why I had to make that post so then people will know that like, hey, I'm very aware. There's nothing I can really do. All of it was intentional. It wasn't really meant to happen. So.
Yeah. This is meant to like help you clear the air of anything, like just in case. Because I do enjoy talking to you. Like I know Zetsu enjoys talking to you too, and just coming to an understanding between the three of us to understand like what's going on and stuff like that. So yeah. You have anything else you want to say, Caitlyn, before we start wrapping this up?
This is going on YouTube, right? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. This is going on. Yeah, this is going on YouTube for sure.
I have one thing to say. For you that play VR chat, join my fucking Discord server for avatar updates. Come have fun with me. Come have fun with everyone else. We're very nice. Ignore the allegations. I'm hoping that this will clear some stuff up about me and about everything going on. And just have fun with my avatars. Go crazy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, so if anyone likes this shit, fucking like and subscribe. I'm gonna put her Discord server in the description. I'll also put Zetsu's YouTube in the description too. So yeah,
also
thank you guys.
I'll send you my YouTube channel, so then people can also subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'll put her YouTube channel in the comments as well. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for both coming and sharing your thoughts, asking questions and stuff like that. I appreciate both of you. It was great having you guys. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
all right.
That was great for me to have you.
Awesome. Okay, so throughout the interview, she said quite a few different lies. The first one being the fact that she never had any sexualizing content within her server. And according to these receipts that I will show now, I'm not going to read through these receipts because the video is getting kind of long. But according to these receipts, which I'll put on the screen, it shows that a minor did complain about the fact that there was sexual content, But then she said, oh, but the other minors aren't complaining, so no one's uncomfortable. And then another dude was like, yeah, but who else said that? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of showing that, you know, she doesn't really have a regard for minors within her server and still will post it if no one says anything about it. Because honestly, even if they don't give a fuck, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. It's still weird, right? It's also weird that instead of like sucking up for her and saying, oh yeah, my bad, I fucking posted an inappropriate photo of the mad minors in my server, she doubles down and says, oh, if you guys keep talking, I'm gonna fucking time you out. So not only does the first guy is like, you know, that's kind of weird to post fucking weird photos with minors in a server, another person's like, yeah, I'm kind of uncomfortable, you know, it's kind of weird. But when they talk about it, like literally discussing it, not like really angry about it, she's like, you know, I'm gonna fucking time you guys out if you guys keep going. I'm getting tired of this shit. And it's fucking weird. Like, honestly, like how are you fucking threatening to submit these people and take away their freedom of speech just because they're voicing a complaint that is not only weird but also very much illegal to do in that type of sense? So yeah. Another lie was that, you know, the only instance where she didn't give credit was by the CC Afton guy, and because of my pal Akuma VA, I will show you that that isn't true. So yeah, let's watch a little bit of that, shall we? That kid does have honkers.
This is fucking honkers on this kid. What the fuck?
Wait, so you guys gave her like VR chat models and then she would just steal them, reskin them, and then claim them as her own?
We like 100% made these designs. That one top middle, I drew that. I made that.
Okay, so not
And
only
she took the designs and did whatever she wanted with them. She never gave us credit for any of these, not even the idea of aging up the children. She fucking took our money, fucked our idea in the head, and threw it to the side.
Holy fuck. So she's fucking scammed you. So not only did they basically take their idea and made it her own without giving any fucking credit, she also scammed another person that I will not mention, but I will mention their receipts. I'll show their receipts, but I would be blurting out their name because, you know, they want to be anonymous. They scammed them out of $30 to create a Friday Night Funkin' OC. I'm pretty sure it's the boyfriend costume, and she never gave them the costume or anything, as well as like other purchases they made that they wanted private. She would raise the prices up to $60, where the usual cost of the avatar is way less, but because it's private, she gives a higher increase in value, which is kind of scummy, but at the same time, it's fine in business because like no one has to buy her character, but it is still a shitty thing to do in general. The final thing that I will highlight is the fact that despite knowing that she has a largely you know, minor audience, she still publicly posts a lot of sexualized skins, and an example will be what I show here. So take a look. Aren't they supposed to be like kids trapped in robots?
Kids trapped in robots, yeah.
On my Twitch VOD, like I show more examples, but there's like a shit ton of fucking examples. Like she'll make teenage kids have like fucking double D cups. She'll make some of the like children have fucking C cups. It's fucking weird, bro, honestly. She'll make them thick for no reason. It's kind of strange. That's all I gotta say at the very least. And Kuma explained to me that you could literally make the titties like flat without it breaking the model. It's a slider, so it's easy to do. And shows me his comparison between, you know, the Chica whatever combo thing that she made versus the other alternate version that they made, and it's literally night and day. Oh yeah, I forgot to say before, this person also sent some of these thirst trap pictures. These are some of her thirst trap pictures, and they sent these pictures when they were 17 and Caitlyn was 19. So even though it was just a 2-year gap, you know, Caitlyn was technically a adult, while the person who sent me these photos was a teenager. I mean, not an adult, a minor. So it is a bit weird, but I won't call that pedophilia or anything. But, you know, in conclusion, this Caitlyn person is hella fucking weird. Truly, truly weird. Honestly, needs to get offline, needs to get a job, needs to go to therapy, needs to work on herself. Probably has to go to the gym. And yeah, you know, ADHD doesn't take away your fucking age. There's a lot of people who are working in life who have ADHD. And people shouldn't be using a fucking disability in order to do dumb and weird shit on the internet. That's just my opinion. Anyway, see you guys. Bye-bye. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna draw a Caitlyn character in paint, peanut style. Let's fucking look at this shit real quick. And I'm gonna grab black. I'm gonna do a Foxy one. You know Foxy for Friday Nights at Freddy's? Actually, let me fucking get Foxy FNAF. Okay. Bro looks like that. Okay. Let's do that. It's gonna be a peanut, but in her style, okay? So first he's gonna be orange, because Foxy's orange. But he's gonna have like fucking, oh my god, he's gonna have that allure to him, that sexy allure. Let me get that little eye patch in there. But like his eye's not gonna look like that. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like a slit. It's gonna be like a lizard slit eye. Like that. It's gonna look like that. And it's gonna be green. Oh shit, fuck. Whatever. Like that, yeah. No, it's the fucking lines up, bitch. Oh shit, whatever. Yeah, I get the gist. That's the eyeball. And you know, yo, and I'm gonna draw those fucking sexy red ears, orange ears. Fuck me. The sexy ears. Oh yeah. You know what Caitlyn does? Every time she you know, makes a character, bro, she fucking puts that lizard ass tongue. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna put a lizard ass tongue on my peanut real quick. Bro, some fucking turning red! Shit. Anyway, my lizard ass tongue. Yeah, she was drawing the fucking longest fucking tongues, bro. Like what the fuck? Like the get the fucking hook. Guy's arm, then the robo feet. And that should do it. Is he sexy or what? Yo, I think he's sexy, bruh. Let's go.